as valued as professionals.
Actually remove some children from us.
We are the ones that are caring and know most about the children but probably have the least voice.
Your voice isn't really an important voice.
In the Northwest, there's a shortage of 1,200 foster carers, and the number of children in care is at its highest yet. Most of these children can be fostered, where they will remain the local authority's responsibility. The other option is adoption, which ends the child's legal relationship with their birth family. Alison was a foster carer until she applied to adopt Charlie. She had support from friends, family, and his birth parents, but not from social services.
The social services didn't support my application to adopt Charlie. That meant that I had to apply to the courts direct and get a solicitor, because I knew that they were going to be assessing me from the point of view of somebody who didn't want me to adopt him.
So why was it that they didn't want you to adopt?
To be honest, there was a different reason every time I asked them why. But they said that it was because I didn't have enough money, enough financial backup. They had some issues concerning my health, and my health is fine. I'm a bit overweight.
Follow it. Okay, Mummy.
There was a report written about me from when I was fostering by one of Charlie's social workers that was not very pleasant, but that came from a personal perspective rather than anything concrete. And it was just because I think she took a dislike to me, but I didn't know about that until ages afterwards.
Alison won her case and is now Charlie's sole carer. But her story proves how paramount a good social worker relationship is, especially for foster families whose wages rely on homing children.
So this is it's 12 years next month we've been fostering. We've had about 40 children, just less than 40 children. But back in the day when we first started, we had to put a complaint in about social worker. They actually removed some children from us on the back of fabricated complaint from the social worker. So we put a complaint in and they ended up paying us for 9 months of not having children, as like a way of apologising. And very clearly, the children's social worker was just a real bad egg.
I mean, you've been able to see both sides of the system, so if you could give a piece of advice to foster carers who don't have that experience, what would you say?
They don't realise how much power they have, how much the law does empower us.
My view is that they are professional colleagues and we should have that kind of a relationship. So there is an issue across the board about foster carers can often feel not as valued as professionals.
Claire cares for 1 biological, 2 adopted and 2 fostered children, but she still feels her voice isn't valued.
Lots of people make decisions on children's life that don't even know them, and we are the ones that are caring and know most about the children but probably have the least voice. Like I once got called a glorified babysitter because I had views and opinions for the children.
Well, have you ever worked with anyone who's not given you much of a say in what happens when it goes to court?
In terms of the legal system, it's about parents. I don't think we're even mentioned. What do you class as family? I said because in my eyes we have a blended family, foster, adopted, all of us together, but in the eyes of the court it's just about parental responsibility.